Get Ready With Me live stream. Good vibes all the way. Chill vibes, because I'm not going anywhere tonight that I know of, thank goodness. So we're just gonna do like a regular Get Ready With Me chill vibe. Let me turn down this music a little bit. Okay, where was I? Yeah, we're just gonna have a little debrief. I'll talk about, medieval times and stuff. I went yesterday. You've probably seen my shorts or my reels or my TikToks. It's everywhere. It was so much fun. I had such a blast. Oh, hi, Elio. Sit. Good boy. Look at him. Look at Elio, my little baby. Isn't he so cute? Hi, Richard. Hi, BMG. How's everyone doing today? Elio's on his throne right now. The baby. Now I gotta get ready, Elio. Okay, hi everyone. Hello. How's everyone doing today? I'm just gonna go straight in with my makeup. Using the Maybelline Magic Eraser, you guys know I love. Trying to erase all that ale I had yesterday at Medieval Times. Not to mention the celebratory shots beforehand. On a Tuesday, that's not my speed, but it was my speed because it was my birthday, so it was so much fun. We went buck wild at Medieval Times. Our night didn't win, sadly, but it was still a blast. And those nights are hella flirty. It's so fun. I enjoyed every minute of it. How's everyone's day going, wherever you are? Toronto has had the weirdest weather this summer. We just had another squall blast through here, and we had flooding last week. Like the whole highways were filled with water like a lake. And so it's been pretty wild weather here. That's all I'll say. And today it came back again. So I've kind of been indoors today because it's just inhospitable. The raging winds, the rain, everything. Best of luck with your son on that journey, Juanita. Thank you for sharing. Ooh, upstate. La la la. Hi, Eshian. Hi, Glenn. My birthday was so good, Reba. Thank you for asking. It was so much fun. I was so impressed with my friends dressing up for Medieval Times. I didn't know what to expect, but everyone went all out. It was so much fun. I just love it. Now I kind of want to go to like a Ren fair, like a Renaissance fair. I just feel like it would be so much fun. Bobbing for apples, archery, I don't know, axe throwing. I would do it all. But I'm trying to like be more productive right now because I've had a slow start to the day. No, Glenn, I'm older than 21. But thank you for assuming I am very youthful. I'll take it. Let's not be creepy, Joe. Hi, HP Gaming. How's it going? I'm probably gonna do some gaming tonight, I think. I have the energy. Whoops, that was way too much of this shade. Luckily, I got most of it back in the bottle. Thank goodness. It's a little too orange for me right now. So I'm just gonna like mix it lightly, but not entirely. It's probably a good shade. I'm just doing a really like natural basic face, nothing crazy, just same as usual. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you. I'm good, Lars. How are you doing? I'm just trying to like get on my productivity game, you know? I probably won't go for a run today or anything, but I think tomorrow I will. I always need like a day off if I've like been out or had a late night. My body is just like, no girl, like we're not gonna be running today, which is fine. You have to like always listen to your body, you know? Hi Gothic Libra, how's it going? Thank you, Joe. Hi Patrick. I'm probably gonna take Elio on a walk once the storm outside is gone, and I'm probably going to just do some like emails and things. And I'm working on like clipping the podcast into shorts and reels and TikToks. Because the way that social media works now is that like if you want any new viewers, it's like rare to get them from just like raw YouTube videos or like podcasts. You have to kind of onboard people through, you know, just like more accessible media. So if I clip some of like the fun parts from my podcast, I think it'll be like really good to help broaden our audience. So it's kind of the plan. I also kind of want to work on like brain rot merch. I've never done merch in my 10 years on YouTube, but I definitely think I need to like consider it. I think we have such a good like identity with brain rot. I think it's such a fun thing we have going on, and I feel like you guys would love some like really high quality cool merch. So I definitely want to like work on designing that as well. How did or do I handle people that refuse to accept transitioning? I'm not 100% sure what you mean. I guess maybe just like people who disagree with trans people in general. I don't know, like I just like live my life. I think what you read online is so different from what you experience in person. And I think that, you know, the average person that has all the time in the world to be hating online, they end up being like a miscreant in society. Like they don't have a lot of social life. They don't have a lot of things going on for them. And so they feel like bitter and jaded about it. They, you know, they don't have a lot going on in their lives. And so they go online and they waste their time spreading hate because they're so miserable with their own lives. Like there are some real objectively awful things happening in the world, and most of the time I don't even ever engage with them online because I can't be bothered. I don't want to like put myself in that headspace, and I just want to do my own thing, you know? And so I just don't understand these people that, you know, they proclaim to hate trans people or whatever, but then they dedicate their entire lives to like going online and like being obsessed just to like be nasty and mean. Like it's just weird to me. Like if I disagree with something, like I'll just disagree with it and move on. But they like have to like wedge themselves into every conversation or like make burner accounts, you know? So for those people, I would just like, you know, extend empathy, because how sad is your life that you have to be hateful to others with your spare time, you know? Not very like good use of your time, regardless of like what you're being hateful towards. Yeah, just my 2 cents. So, and in real life, like the reality is so different from like what these people try to project onto me or to others. If I believed like all the comments that I read, then I would hate myself. I never would have transitioned. I never, you know, would expect any kind of, you know, satisfaction out of life. Because there's people saying like, you'll never find love, you aren't a woman, you're a man, like all these things like constantly. And it's just like part and parcel of being online. Regardless, even if you're not trans and you're just like a woman, or, you know, whatever it is that you're going through, or any kind of flaw that people see, they're going to try to extrapolate and like, you know, really try to bring you down and make you feel the way that they feel. And it's just like not based in reality, you know? And sometimes we can't see their names or their faces, and so we just see this like anonymous person, and we project our own image in our head of like an average normal person. But most of the time these people aren't average or normal. They're like disturbed. Like they're probably suffering from gout. They probably have like neck beards. They're probably like living in their own fecal matter, like wallowing around in some like, you know, hole in the ground. And I just don't have time for people who are so nasty to have opinions about me like that. Like, why would the lion concern themselves with the opinions of the nasty, dirty, rat-infested feces sheep of the world? You know? Like, why would I care? You know, I just don't have the time. And I think when you find that confidence in yourself, and what you're doing, and you surround yourself with people who you uplift and uplift you, and you have that good community, then you really don't have to like pay any mind to the imbeciles of the world that are just trying to tear you down and bring them down to your level. And as well, I've been getting like quite a few comments lately of people saying like, Maya's living off of her parents' wealth. She does nothing. She's a lazy bitch. Like, she hasn't worked hard for anything in her life. And I'm like, who are you? Like, you're just making things up. It makes no sense. Like, absolutely no sense. Like, anyone who's been here long enough has seen my career rise. They've seen me work, you know, bartending jobs, barista jobs. I'm completely self-made. I have no, and I've never had any kind of financial assistance from my parents when it comes to any kind of bills or, you know, being able to support myself in Toronto. I do everything on my own, always have ever since 18. And so I don't think people like to hear that when they're, you know, being lazy themselves and they want a reason to excuse their own poor lack of accomplishments in life, and they try to make shit up about you that just isn't true. And then I have to laugh out loud. I'm like, LOL, like, you just can't handle the fact that I've built this life for myself, and you're, you know, leading a sad, lonely life, and you're making excuses for why you can't work harder to get what you want out of life, you know? As soon as you like make yourself the victim in life, you're never going to get out of that space, and you're never going to move on. You have to believe that you're accountable for your own place in life, and that you can be accountable to change it as well. Otherwise, nothing's going to get better for you, you know? We can't be just sitting and pitying ourselves and like throwing stones at people who we perceive to have it better than us, because that's just like a ratty hag way of living. Thank you so much, Ishian, for the super chat. You're so, so sweet. First super chat of the day. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so, you know, if you spread kindness, you're gonna get kindness in return, and that's really all I can say on that topic. So that's my philosophy. Like, if people have an issue with, like, you know, my transition or like your transition, you know, it's like, it's your life. You're gonna do what you want to do. And sometimes if people just can't get it, then you have to create a new space for yourself and let go of some of the, you know, the people that aren't willing to move with you through life. And that's also normal of any, you know, any facet of life. We all change, we all grow. We're not all gonna remain the same. And I think that we have to understand and respect that, instead of just like dwelling on like our old relationships with people or how we expect people to act or behave, you know? We're always growing and changing, and we can't expect people to just stay the same for our convenience. And that's what it is. Currently, Reba, I just do social media full time. I don't know if you guys realize, like, some people I feel like just don't realize, because you don't obviously have a lot of like background knowledge on what it takes to produce content. But I run a full podcast completely on my own. I do all the editing, I do all the filming, I do all the interviewing, I do all the planning for it. And they're hour-long episodes, so it takes a long, long time. Even Adia said, like, it's almost like a full-time job just doing the podcast, right? On the last episode of Brain Rot. So I do that. I also do, you know, content across Instagram, TikTok. I do emails, admin. I go to different events around Toronto. I work with different brands. And yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing full-time at the moment. I'm currently working on writing some content and doing other creative projects behind the scenes. So hopefully those will come out eventually. But it's funny because I always get these questions, like, if you're, you know, sharing yourself online, I always get like the, what do you actually do for work? Because there's no way that you could be surviving off this. It's just not the truth. And like, even in the past, all of a sudden I dropped a feature film, Dawn, Her Dad, and the Tractor, and everyone was just assuming I was like some lazy piece of work, you know? Like, what do you do with your life, you know, kind of vibe. And it's like, wait a minute, I've been filming a feature film, and you're just like making assumptions about, you know, my productivity and my work ethics. And so you just can't really, you know, paint a picture of what's going on in someone's life just because, like, you know, you tune into a live stream every now and then or whatever. Like, I got a lot of different things going on, a lot of moving parts, and that's what I'm doing right now. Will it last forever? Probably not, but I am always keeping my options open, and I am always like divesting into new creative opportunities. So yeah, red nail theory has been true so far. I've only had red nails for 2 days, but I'm loving them. I thought they would be harder to match with outfits and stuff, but they just go with everything. They're just such a classic look. This is a Parisian red, and I'm in love. Thank you so much, Glenn. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Nicholas. If you guys haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the algorithm. Let's get to 50 likes, y'all. There's 57 people here right now. If we all smash that like button, then we will get to 50 in no time. Yeah. Did I always do nails when I was younger? No, not really. I mean, I always wanted to do nails. Like, there was periods where I'd paint my nails, especially during summer vacation. Because, like, if I went to school with painted nails, I'd get the shit beaten out of me. And one time I was in house league soccer, like boys soccer, and I had my nails painted and I couldn't take them off before I like went back to soccer practice. And so when I was playing, I was probably like 7, I played soccer with my hands like this the whole time because I didn't want anyone to notice that I had my nails painted. Tragic. But now like boys painting their nails is like so trendy, so I was the early trendsetter. So we've started off with our base makeup. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer just to like warm up some of the outer areas of my face. Keeping things cute. I'm good, Jay. How are you doing? Love that for you, Ari. We're almost at 30 likes, you guys. Smash that like button. I know you're here watching. The real ones will smash the like button. Okay. What's next on my list of little makeup things? A little bit of eyeshadow, I think. How did I cope with the COVID lockdowns? Ooh, controversial. I think it was actually really hard for me looking back. I think it was hard for most people. And obviously like, depending on what you do, but I, you know, as a content creator, so I originally was working as a bartender, at the airport when the COVID lockdowns started. So I lost my job. And then I went full-time acting and content creation because that was one of like the few things I could pivot into because the hospitality industry was completely sabotaged, you know? It just like wasn't, you weren't able to do that anymore, you know? So that completely like threw me for a loop. And that was kind of my, you know, backup of what I was doing when I wasn't doing social media. And so I really had to kind of just full force do social media and acting. And I did do a feature film and whatever. And like the start to the pandemic was fine because things were still fresh and we still had hope. But then as things, you know, progressed, it got worse and worse. And especially being in Canada, being in Toronto, we were one of the most locked down cities in North America. So that was like really difficult. And I think it really challenged my social skills, my, you know, mental health. I became very reclusive. I became very afraid of rejection and judgment. I feel like we were all being so judgy towards each other for like not following protocol, which is later proven to be like all bogus BS that was just like put in place by a bunch of imbeciles. But regardless, I felt like the lasting effects of lockdowns just like lingered with me for a couple of years after because I wasn't able to just like seamlessly transition into socializing again, and I felt like I had to like break through. But I feel like this summer and maybe last summer are the first summers where I really felt like I could fully just, you know, go back to the version of myself that I loved before and really like have that confidence again and not be so like overthinking of things, you know, and not being so desperate to hold on to relationships for fear of abandonment, you know, like all that stuff. So I definitely feel like it's taken time, but I've come out the other side. And I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people. What's up, everyone? I will say, Brian, when it comes to like doing collabs, I'm very much like wanting to do things in person. So if I was ever in the same city as Matilda and we could get together, I totally would. But I just don't really vibe with like long distance collabs. I just find it a little grating because the quality difference is gonna be so whack. And it's just like a challenge when you're not in person. Like I'd have to meet in person to really get the vibes, you know? And so I just don't think that it's in the cards at the moment. That if we ever link up in like a European city or whatever, I'd be so down. but I assume you guys would also feel the same way. How do I feel when men say hot, gorgeous, etc.? Because there's so much more to you, intelligence and interesting. I agree, Jessica. It's a little bit old at this point. Like, obviously, like, you know, they're just trying to compliment in whatever way they think they need to. But at the same time, it's just like, it's a little old at this point. I appreciate it and I'm thankful, but at the same time, like, we get it. Like, let's just have engaging conversation instead, because I agree. There's so much more than just appearances and looks, and it just gets old. And I want to create a space that's like more conversational and chill and like engaging than just like a fishing for compliments space. Like, I'm not on here like trying to like get compliments from men. Like, that's not my vibe. I'm sorry to hear that, Profundus, but it's never too late to turn that around. Your life is never ruined as long as you still have it. Love that for you, Emily. Okay, I'm gonna do just some mascara. Are any of you guys gonna join the video game stream tonight if I stream? Hi, Annie. I'm not gonna do any eyeliner today. I'm just gonna do mascara, keep it really simple. And then some lip liner and I'll be good. Thank you, Lee, so sweet. I had so much fun filming that collab. I'd love to do more content with Adia. I'm not 100% sure, Emily, but I kind of feel like it might be Fortnite, just because I'm like dipping my toes back in the water. I saw that there's a new weapon that's like literally a ship in a bottle. It looks crazy, so I'm kind of curious to try that out. Could be cool. My nails are gel, but they're like Russian manicure gel. They're by Take My Hand YYZ. So cute. She works out of Rosedale in Toronto. I definitely recommend. I have some reels with her linked on Instagram. You guys can check it out. She does like immaculate work. Like, I've never seen my nails look so good. My cuticles, everything. I love it, and it lasts so long. So gorgeous. Where am I off to tonight? Thank you, Jessica. I don't really have any plans tonight. I just wanted to like have a little bit of makeup on just while I run errands and stuff. And if I stream later on Twitch and YouTube. So it just makes me feel like I'm like ready for the day, you know? I was kind of having a slow earlier afternoon and morning, just like working on my phone and stuff and doing some errands around the apartment. So I just wanted to like zhuzh myself up so I feel a little bit more presentable. I I love this mascara so much. It's like so natural looking. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High. See how natural that looks? Like not clumpy at all. So stunning. What an interesting anecdote, Lee. Sounds like drama. I feel like there's so much drama happening in like the social media world right now. I have green eyes, Glenn. As a content creator, are you able to sustain a living you want, or are you working on the side? Right now, I'm just barely sustaining the living that I want. I would like to be able to make enough money to be able to travel and do some other things, or maybe one day get a car. But for now, I am just working hard at making some engaging content. And taking you guys along for the ride. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I think I need to blast my AC. Let's not be creepy, Ari, or I will block you. So many weirdos in the chat today. Not my vibe. Would I ever do omegle trans reveal videos? I don't think so. It's just not really my type of content. I personally just find most of the men on omegle creepy, so like why do I care to tell them that I'm trans? Just not really. There we go. Kind of like a corally pink lip. And that's pretty much it for my makeup. I don't really know what to do with my hair though. It's kind of, I guess it's fine. I'll just leave it down. I'm not gonna date you, Josh, and it's not relevant. find it so bizarre when people come on here and they're like, will you date me? Will you marry me? It's like, no. Like, who the hell are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're literally coming on to some girl's live stream and asking her to date you. Like, no thank you. Like, go out in the real world and, like, go on a date. My birthday was good, Justin. It was so fun. I went to Medieval Times, if anyone's new here. Literally so many trolls in here. Hi, Poopad. I should have like a moderator for like, if you ask to date me or anything like that, or you act creepy, immediate block, 12 years dungeon, no parole. Like, let's be chill, you know? I don't have time for, you know, marriage proposals on a live stream from randoms. It's just not the vibe. Like, how stupid do you think I have to be like, what do you think I'm gonna say? Oh yes, oh, I'd love to date you. I'd love to marry you. Username on YouTube live stream. Oh, my heart yearns for you. I'm just so elated at the prospect of dating you. That's like all I think about. What do I look for in a man? I look for you. You're the man I've been dreaming of. You're the man I want. Oh my goodness. You finally entered my life. The stars are aligning. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be your future wife and we're gonna have babies together and I'm gonna pop them out of my uterus and it's gonna be the most magical, wholesome experience and we'll ride off together in the sunset because you commented on my live stream and you proposed marriage to me. I didn't think anyone was gonna propose marriage to me, but you finally did it, and I'm just so honored. Words cannot describe. I feel so grateful that you have proposed to me. It's just, you know, it's all I ever wanted in life. And all I wanna do is just cook for you and be at home for you and support you in whatever way I can. I'm just a traditional woman and I'm just looking for my traditional man. You don't even have to buy me a ring. You just have to ask me to marry you on my live stream. That's all I ever asked for. I prayed every night and day just to see your delicate fingers tickle the keyboard and send a marriage proposal. You guys, I'm not single anymore. I'm a fiance. We don't even have to get married in person. We can just do a fake wedding here on my live stream. So yeah. So anyways, I'm using this Kerastase serum on my hair just to tame the frizz on the ends. Is it working? I don't know. It's kind of still feels tangly at the ends. It's because it's been so hot lately. Like every day is humid. The hair gets frizzed out. Us frizzy, wavy girls with fine hair are just trying to survive in this heat, you know? Just struggle. Your voice tells me that you're self-obsessed, not traditional. And Josh, you seem to be shameless enough to deserve what you just got. I'm out. Oh, Emreet, you're so intelligent. Thank you for reading me like a book. I'm sure you're a gorgeous, amazing man who has a lot going on in his life. And that's why you give these assessments on live streams where you're not even wanted. What's a good face wash for acne-prone skin? You're asking someone who never gets acne, so I can't give a good recommendation for acne specifically. But a face wash that I really like is this Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. I think it's stunning and gorgeous. It really removes makeup well. It's for all skin types, rich in amino acids, and it gently cleanses the face and eyes. I love it. It's almost completely empty. It's probably one of my faves of all time. It's by Fresh. You can buy it at Sephora or other stores. And I love it. It's Gorgina. Am I going on a date? No, I'm not. Just errands, yes. You guys seem to think that I'm always like going on dates. I'm always like, no. I do not have the time. I have too many other things to do in life. And I also am tired of having to put in effort for men. I don't know what the vibes are in 2024, but it's giving like the men are the princesses of the land and they expect the women to court them and to ask them out and to split the bill. It's not my vibe. I don't get it. I didn't transition to be a woman to be treated like a man. I will not be putting up with this anymore. It's not my vibe. And yeah, so I just don't have the time for that. I will be doing Fortnite tonight. Fortnite tonight. Maybe at 7, I don't know. How was my coffee date a few weeks ago? Honestly, Lars, I think that's a few months ago at this point in time. It didn't end up going anywhere. I will say, like, I don't even really think I was attracted to him. The guy I went on a date with was like shorter than me by at least like an inch. And his like first comment to me was, wow, you're tall. And I was like, I'm 1 inch taller than you. Like, get over yourself. And I just don't think we had like chemistry. We had a really nice conversation and I thought he was a really nice guy and I would have been down to like meet for coffee with him again and just see where things go, but it just didn't end up happening. And I'll be honest, like I just don't think it would have gone anywhere. Like there was that chemistry missing because we just weren't compatible size-wise. Like I really do think I need someone who's taller than me because otherwise I'll feel like the man in the bedroom and in the relationship and I just don't want to be the big spoon. It's not my vibe. I want to be able to like go to fancy events and wear heels, you know? And so like that's important to me. And like a lot of it too is the guy being insecure when I'm taller, you know? So it's not even me being shallow. And like I don't have a specific height that I need. I don't care. But like I just find, you know, compatibility wise, chemistry wise, you need that kind of, you know. How tall am I? I'm 6'7". I've had all of my doors heightened. My ceiling is 12 feet tall. I can still touch it if I want. Poop head. I tell people 6'7" because no one knows the difference past 6'5". Don't expose me. I'm trying to get scoliosis so that I can lose a few inches. So creepy, Franco. I'm actually never gonna talk to you in my life, so get off my chat, you freak. Like, I literally can't. No one wants you, Franco. I prefer a Franco-free life over here. Such creepy men. All the chasers are in the chat today. I feel like I'm like starting beef. I'm in like a sassy mood. What was that noise? I'm just pouring myself water, you guys. I'm trying to stay hydrated. I do have fine hair. Fine hair. These men do need to go and touch grass. I need more women in my audience. I just need the vibes to be better. I kind of want to eat a pickle. I'm just craving something like vinegary. I finally got a charger for my vacuum cleaner in the mail. I had to like order it from like a special website because like all the other chargers weren't working. So annoying. I've been having to like sweep my apartment for a month and I hate sweeping. I don't know, I just don't like it. I prefer vacuuming. So I'm so happy. I'm like hoping and praying it works. It looks to be working. Just like domestic problems over here. I don't know how I feel about eating the stem of a pickle. It just kind of creeps me out. Where's my pickle gang? Is there a pickle emoji? There should be. Good pickles are just like the key to happiness in life. Yes, everyone comment that cucumber emoji. On the corner, Tiffany. This is a juicer. Pickle ASMR. McCanny, just decide if you want to live your truth and live your life and fuck everyone else because you're the only person who's going to look out for yourself at the end of the day. I'm a pickle lover. Must be an estrogen thing, Emily. I'm in such like a nibbly mood. Also, we got over 50 likes, so thank you, everyone. I've also been really liking these like spicy peppers. They're called pepperoncini peppers. This is what they look like. So good. There's me in the mirror. But yeah, just thought I'd share with you guys. Oh, I got my water. Everything is right in the world. I think my favorite fruit is cherries. I love a good cherry. So tasty, so meaty, so delicious. Ugh, I could never do the chamoy pickle kit. Ugh. Those look like freaking cancer. I don't know if I could ever do it. Like, it just is a little bit too crazy for me. I'm trying to fix this camera angle. Mind my knobby knees while I fix this tripod. There we go. This is like much better lighting. It's giving natural vibes. Taylor Swift is all right. She's not my favorite, but I do like some of her songs. I've got a few on my running playlist. I'm trying to show you guys Elio. There's the peanut. It was his birthday yesterday too. We have the same birthday. So everyone say happy birthday to Elio. Happy birthday, Peanut. Happy birthday. What's my favorite band at the moment? Well, I've been loving Charlie XCX's album. I think it's so fun for summer. It is her Brat album. So fun. Yes, James. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to see my reel on Instagram or my TikTok, or there's even a short here on YouTube you can see of me going to medieval times with my friends. We dressed up as like medieval wenches, and like my one friend Jacob was a jester, and it was just so much fun, like crazy. I honestly can't think of like a better way to have spent my birthday. Like I loved it so much. Just like convince your friends to like do something crazy like that for your birthday, and then it can be like such a good time. Because I find sometimes if you're just like hosting a party, it can be a lot of stress. But if you can convince your friends to go with you somewhere, it can be like stress-free. The event will take care of it, you know? And we had cake, we had like roast beast. No, it was like a roasted chicken. And yeah, it was so much fun. So yeah. Mavis wishes that she had a chin. We're not talking about creepy things, Martin. Let's just take a chill pill. You don't know who I am. You can't love me. No one truly knows who I am. No, I don't really do casinos. It's not my vibe. I don't know. How long have I been vaping, Poophead? Poophead is keeping tabs. I started vaping on Twitch first. I'd say about a month. I know it's horrible. I need to stop, but I can't help it. You thought I took a vape in the wash as a sign. I did, but then my heart wanted more. Like I was like, I can't. I like went through something dramatic, and it was like 2 a.m. and there was like a vape shop near me that was open 24 hours. And then I also took that as a sign. And I was like, what's the real sign here? This vape shop that's 24 hours or the vape that I put in the washing machine? I don't know. So then I went to the vape shop, and then I went to A&W, which was beside it, and it was a 24-hour A&W, and I got 2 mama burgers for the price of 1. And I was like, these signs are very much aligning. And so the signs don't lie. I had to, which is terrible, but also. I agree. I will say, like, vaping is not good for you. There's no benefits. Don't do it. Don't do it. And it's the kind of thing that alters the chemistry in your brain, because if you have nicotine, then your brain is going to rewire to want nicotine, and then you're going to be desperate. I've never seen the effects of a drug that's so addictive in real time before, because I'm just not, I don't, like, obviously I don't do drugs or whatever, but like with vaping, it's like more chill, because it's like you just go to any shop, there's like fruity flavors, it's enticing. But, you know, when people, you go to a party or you hang out with friends or whatever, you can tell that when people vape, they always want a hit of it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to keep it going. And so it's just like interesting that way. Like, at least for like alcohol and stuff like that, it's not like that for me, because like, I don't know, if someone has an alcoholic drink, I'm not going to be like, can I have a sip? Can I have a sip? Like, that would seem like an alcoholic, right? Alcoholic behavior. But if someone has a vape, it's like so much more normal to just be like, can I have a hit of your vape? And like, I'm so generous. Like, I would be more than happy to share my vape. Like, I really don't care. Like, it's part of vaping culture, I guess. But like, it's just kind of interesting that way, because how our brain interacts with nicotine is very different from how it interacts with other things. And so it just shows. That's true, Emily. I will say, like, I don't smoke weed or anything. I have in the past, in like 2017, I want to say. And that to me was like in some ways worse than vaping, because there's not as much of a filter on like joints and things like that. And like getting high is so much more debilitating than like having a little bit of like a nicotine rush, like once in a blue moon. And like it comes and goes so fast. I love the ability to be able to control like the intake and the effects like to such a minute degree. I don't have to worry about accidentally getting too high and then just like binge eating and laying in bed and being like so unproductive. So is what it is. But yeah, no judgment, Lee. But I definitely I didn't like my habits when I smoked weed. And so I felt very like liberated when I just like stopped altogether. And maybe like once in a blue moon I'd smoke it, but I don't know. I don't think I would ever smoke weed while having a vape. Like those two things cancel out to me. Like I just don't see the point. Like the vape is enough for me. Like I don't need anything else. I'm not cooking anything. I don't know why you're asking that. What am I cooking? Nothing. I'm just sitting here. But I might make like a salad bowl for lunch. I'm inspired by my sister Emma. She's on like a healthy diet right now and she's eating all these like yummy salads. So I might make like a quinoa avocado salad with some chicken and some kind of dressing. I don't know. I feel like that would be tasty. I'm trying to like get my vitamins in. Now that I'm getting older, now that I'm entering hag territory. No, I'm kidding. Lately, I feel like I've been looking like fresh and young and good, and I don't know why. I'm trying to think of like habits I've changed. Maybe it's the skincare I'm using, or maybe it's just my own like mental positivity, because I feel like I obviously don't look younger necessarily, but Mob, just get a life. You have none. Go find one. My doctor told me that vaping, smoking, and alcohol can have a negative impact on HRT. In what way, Joe? Thank you, Pamela. I've been trying to like grow my hair longer and keep it healthy, but I think I'm gonna cut it again. I like to just give myself maintenance trims. Maybe just cut off like this much. Keep it fresh. Maybe do my bangs again. My bangs are getting long. I kind of want to do my bangs like this. Well, not like that. That was giving like fucking Friar Lawrence from like medieval times. But like more like Aurora, like Sleeping Beauty kind of bangs. I don't know like what they would be called. If I stopped taking estrogen, I would turn into Hulk Hogan. I would grow back all my old body parts. My jaw would start to really extend. I'd start speaking 3 octaves lower. It would just be catastrophic. Every step would create an earthquake in the ground. I'd be undulating manliness, and yeah, it would be a travesty. Thank you, Pamela. I've never had my lips done. People always ask, but I've never done anything to my face. I've only ever had, you know, a breast augmentation and the lower surgery. Nothing else. Nothing else. Not one thing. Never had like an injection of any kind. Would I one day? Maybe. Like I'm not closed off to it. I kind of have been like wondering about Botox, just to like try it out, give myself a little brow lift. I'm just kidding. Maya Mania, interesting. Hi, Angel of the South. Love that, Emily. Thank you, We Lost Skyline. I feel like I get so many different like comments when you're a public figure and like people just see your image. They want to like, you know, tear you down all the time. So I get so many like negative comments about aspects of how I look, which is crazy. But the reality of life is that when you just walk out your front door and you turn off your phone, that is the true version of you. And you can, you know, get the vibes off of, you know, how people treat you in real life. Online, there's just so many haters. You can't trust it. Yeah, definitely Primus, like whatever piques my interest. I think now that the podcast is like pretty settled in and I have a good schedule with that, I can definitely work on diversifying some of my game streaming. I think that would be fun. Agreed, Rapala. It's always projection. Thank you so much for the super chat, Amelia. You're so sweet. You are only the second person to super chat, so sending you love. Thank you so much. I always appreciate it, as always. And thank you to everyone for thumbsing up. We're almost at 100 likes. There's 74 viewers and 74 likes, so for all I know, everyone's already hit the like button. But thank you, thank you. And if you haven't hit that like button or subscribe, I go live almost every single day. I do video game streaming. I do get ready with me, lifestyle advice, all that kind of stuff. My hair is fine and curly, a bit more than yours, but the way the sun reflects off of it makes me feel so pretty. Love that for you. I've kind of wanted to try extensions lately, but the only problem is, like, I have decently thick hair. I don't need, like, my extensions to just be, like, this long, because, like, my hair is already pretty long. I would need to, like, really shell out and get, like, 30-inch extensions. Like, I just want, like, a few clip-ins that would, like, really be long, just for fun, you know, for, like, a dramatic look, for events and things. I think it would be so, so fun. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you, thank you. I've always like been curious about that, Lee. But I think that my hair growing out, I just like wouldn't be able to maintain the straightened look. And so for me, I'm just gonna keep it natural. Joe, I use a lot of like Kerastase products. I really love their lines. I think that their shampoo is really good at clarifying and their conditioners are good at being lightweight for fine hair. So I really like Kerastase. I do still love acting, yes, yes. Did I hear about the geyser explosion in Yellowstone National Park, Utah? It was scary. No, I didn't. Ooh la la. Elio is like fighting me. Oh, he's got the zoomies. Ooh, he just wants to play. He just wants to play. Go get it, go get it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in for today's live. I think I'm going to pop out. If you have any last questions, I'll try to answer them as much as I can. How did you come up with Elio's name? So basically, I came up with this name because I wanted something short and cute. I wanted it to have like meaning to me, but also to be like representative of him as well. And I liked Elliot, but I thought it was a little too like human-y or too common or whatever. And you guys know me, I'm a Leo. I want everything to be a little bit different and a little more of a zhuzh. And so I picked Elio because I thought it was really cute. And it was Timothée Chalamet's character in Call Me By Your Name. And I like that it had like an LGBT theme, and I love that film so much. I think it's such a beautiful love story. It's not like a traditional love story. And just like Elio, the toy poodle, just like manifested that kind of like, you know, curly haired Italian boy energy. And so I just thought he's like a little Elio, and I thought it fit perfectly. He's so sweet and cute. He's my little baby. And yeah, so I like the vibes. And I think Elio comes from the older name Helios, which I think is like the god of sun or something, like sunshine. And he's just like my sunshine in life. And so I just feel like it all matched up so perfectly. And I love it. So that's how I came up with it. Yes, yes, Emily. Do you guys have any other questions? Any other Q&As? No, poop head. I should though. I should sell Elio's toenail clippings. Does anyone in public clock you, or do you always pass? That's an interesting comment. I'm trying to think. As far as I know, I think I always pass. I've never had like that kind of an encounter since I can remember. I mean, I would say maybe the most recent time. I think we get in our own heads about it sometimes. It was like Halloween last year, and there was this guy that I was talking to at the club, and I will say I was wearing like a freaking cheap red wig. I was wearing like a cheap green bodysuit. I was dressed as like Poison Ivy. I had like almost like drag queen makeup, and the guy was like, he was also like a little bit foreign. He didn't like speak English as a first language. And I think he said something to me along the lines of like, are you a woman or something like that? And I don't know if he actually said that to me or if he said something else. It was like kind of hard to hear. And so that was probably the only time I could ever remember. And it was just like a weird experience. And I just like kind of ditched him and was like, this is so fucking weird. Like, I can't believe he would ask me that. And then he kept trying to get into contact with me after that. And I was like, that's so fucking weird. Like he was very much into me. So I feel like I misinterpreted what he had said to me. But that was like the only time that I could like think of in recent memory. And even that was like a little cloudy. It was like, you know, like what was he trying to say? I don't know. But I just got myself out of that situation because I don't know. I was just like not vibing, and like the question was weird, and I was like, this is so bizarre. Yes, I am Epos. And so yeah. But other than that, like I've never had anything, like no one clock me or whatever. And I've even had guys say to me like there's this one guy that I went out with recently, and he literally said to me, why do you even tell guys that you're trans? Because there's no difference. And I'm not gonna lie, like obviously we have our reasons and we want to be safe, and that's why. And like, you know, he's like obviously doesn't know the experience, and so he's like not coming from a place of like knowledge. But it was just obviously affirming to hear that, because it's like, yeah, that's true. Like, you know, why do people make such a big deal out of it? Like, you know. Sounds like you need to use some more SPF, Emily. I'm not a lesbian. How do I scale beauty in my eyes? How do I scale my own beauty? I hate these conversations. I just find them so shallow. I try not to think about that aspect of things, you know? Amen to that, Reba. Amen to that. Link NATO, I don't believe you. But I'll say it, and then we'll prove you wrong. Daddy. There, now you have to donate 50. Donate 50, put your money where your mouth is. We're all waiting. Do you guys think that he's actually gonna donate 50? He probably doesn't even have $1 to donate. Shannon, I just recommend like finding people that you know would support you unwaveringly in your family, because I feel like we all have some people, you know, like you might have a cousin, you might have, you know, an aunt or an uncle or someone that is, you know, your big support, and they might already have an idea of you being at least queer or on the spectrum of something, and confide in them. And then, you know, it's like little bricks to build a house, because you can slowly go one by one. Well, where's the super chat link, NATO? Where's the super chat? Where is it? Yeah. That's why I never do those kinds of requests, because it always comes from people who never donate. Thank you, Amelia. Hopefully, Lars, hopefully. Well, that sucks. We lost the skyline, but sometimes it's the best case, you know, and it forces you to like live your truth sooner. I definitely would confide in someone who's older, Shannon, or like your age. I get my earrings from all sorts of different places, Grace. Anna Louisa, where else? Mademoiselle Jules is like more local, Canadian. I have earrings. I even have earrings from Shein. Like they just make a bunch of cheap ones. You don't have to get expensive earrings necessarily. I do not epos. I am single. How would I grow my hair like yours? Definitely, I would say you want to avoid using heat tools. I only use heat tools like once a week max. And you want to find hairstyles that are like low damaging so that you can still enjoy your hair in the meantime, so you're not tempted to use heat tools. I will sometimes, you know, put my hair in braids. I'll take them out of the braids and have waves. I'll, you know, like heatless styles and stuff like that. Make sure that you aren't washing your hair too much, because you want your natural oils to help strengthen your hair. They did a test where, you know, not washing your hair is actually strengthening it over washing your hair. So just like reduce the amount of times you wash it as long as you're clean. And yeah, just make sure you're eating well and eating right. I actually have a whole video on YouTube about how to grow your hair. So I definitely recommend checking that out. I have way more tips and tricks there and products and things you can try out. Oh, true. Didn't know that, Shannon. When I hear niece, I always picture like a kid. We're almost at 100 likes, you guys. Smash that like button. We're only 15 likes away. You can be a part of the first 100 people to like this video. Naturally curly hair is so pretty. Thank you so much, Maddie. So sweet. Thank you, thank you. My favorite perfume. My sister just got me a perfume for my birthday. She's such an angel. She remembered like which one I loved the most out of her collection, and she got me the same one. It's a Guerlain one. I think it's called like Mon Guerlain or something like that. So good. Geurlain. My hobbies. I love music. I'm doing volleyball right now. I love going running. I love doing long distance running. Writing. I love writing. Writing. Yeah. Creative things. We're almost 12 likes to 100. Oh, 11 likes. We're getting so close, you guys, and hit that subscribe button. We're also really close to 241,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I know we'll push it over the edge soon. No problem, Shannon. What do I write? I write like screenplays. I write like short fiction, stuff like that, just for fun. Maybe I'll share some of it one day. I went to film school, if you guys don't know, so I love filmmaking as well. I used to paint, but I don't really paint as much anymore. I feel like if I'm not actively doing a hobby, I don't like to advertise, but I did do a lot of drawing and painting. Yeah, smut novels. Oh my goodness. We have a huge super chat. I respect your positive mentality, attitude, and continuous improving to your life. Hashtag level up. Thank you so much, Primus. Thank you. Thank you. That is so sweet. This is probably one of the biggest super chats I've received in a long time. Thank you. Thank you. It means the world to me. You are amazing, and your message is so sweet. It reminds me of something one of my best friends, Lauren, sent to me on my birthday. Just that she, admires the ability of people to, take a situation in life and turn it into your favor, and to strive to always improve every aspect of your life, whether it's treating others with more kindness or treating yourself with more kindness, or wanting to improve your job situations or your lifestyle or just the things around you, So yes, everyone give applause to Primus. Thank you, thank you. That makes up for Link NATO's failed super chat request. But yeah, so thank you. Hashtag level up is right. We all should strive to be leveling up for ourselves. And we can only compare our lives to ourselves, You don't want to compare to others because we all have different goals. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different things we're overcoming. So just always try to be a better version of yourself from yesterday. So yeah, Primus win. My band-aid of wearing women's clothes got ripped off to my family by accident at 19 when my cat found a pile and decided to take a nap. She did me the biggest favor when coming out years later. That is so funny. Your cat was like, this bitch needs to come out of the closet. Peanut. Peanut. Oh, look at him go. He's feral. In every situation, there is a silver lining. I saw a post recently that was like, you'll only find happiness if you learn to appreciate the present, because if you're always searching for something better, you're never going to be in the moment and experiencing the joy of life. So you always have to stop to smell the roses. You always have to be grateful for what you have, because it's not going to last forever. And just remember to appreciate the moment that you're living in. Like, if you can find gratitude for the situation that you're sitting in right now, then you're going to find happiness in life in general, and you're going to be able to keep that momentum going and to build a better future for yourself. Because if you're always worrying about tomorrow, you're never enjoying the day. So true. Very, very metaphoric, Emily. I'm not super educated on that, Joe. So I can't really speak to it. I'm not 100% sure. I think that obviously, like, in schools, we should have an awareness of how things work. But I also, at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of, like, misinformation and a lot of, like, education that needs to happen and studies that need to be done, because I do think trans people make up such a small population in the world. And I do worry that we are promoting, like, pharmaceutical and medical companies over the feelings of human beings. I think there are a demographic of people that regret their decision to transition, and I think that if we are educating children that it is something like accessible and easy, or, I don't know, like, what the curriculum stipulates, but I definitely think that obviously we should have awareness that trans people exist. But I think that oversimplifying what it means to transition and all that stuff, I think, is important, because we don't want to have people being confused or, not knowing what it entails to transition. I think that even, when I transitioned at 19, I didn't fully grasp the idea of being on hormones for the rest of my life, or, giving up fertility and all that stuff. So I think it's so important that we don't put the onus on children to make irreversible, life-changing decisions, or to set them down a medical pathway that will forever shape their lives. Just my perspective, my 2 cents. I really don't think that there is a huge population of people that are trans and that would benefit from transitioning. I think it's a very small percentage. I do think we should have access, if it's something that is, deemed appropriate, for sure. Because, there's lots of us that are going to transition regardless. But I don't necessarily think that we need to have, like, a comprehensive program for children to learn how to transition, or to learn, the medical steps and stuff like that. I just feel like children aren't able to grasp it, you know, like their brains are still developing, and to be able to make decisions that would eventually lead them down a medical pathway in that way, I think is a little bit, I'm like on the fence about it, you know? Like socially, sure, do what you want, wear what you want, live how you want, I agree. But I in some ways, I just feel like we need to do a little bit more research on the side effects of transitioning and just how many people transition and regret it. I think that as well, because I don't know, we've seen like a huge influx of specifically people born female that transition to be boys or men or whatever, and a lot of it is them escaping trauma, because you know being a woman is fucking hard in this world, and you deal with so much shit just for being a woman. And so I think there is like a large overlap between people experiencing dysmorphia or dissociation and trauma and wanting to run away from that identity and get surgery to fix their problems when that's not the case, you know? So I think we just have to be really careful with that stuff. I know it's really controversial opinions. I obviously like support trans people and I support, you know, our access to healthcare, but at the same time, I don't know like to what degree the curriculum like encompasses our experiences and like promotes certain aspects of it. So yeah, it's really a nuanced, complicated discussion to have. But I will also say, like with social media and with like everything going on in the world, I almost feel like you learn more on your own than you do in school in some cases. So I also don't know 100% like what they would be teaching. You know what I mean? Like what are they teaching? I don't know. Obviously, like we need to teach about respect and like love and diversity for all. But I don't know if we need to be like educating children on like the minute aspects of like transgender individuals and transitioning. If that makes sense. Because if you're a kid, you know, like you have a much more propensity to believe in things that are magical. And I think some kids might misconstrue what it means to transition and see it as an absolute, like an absolute, like where you can change your sex and change your chromosomes and like all that stuff. And I just think that we need to like be very careful about what we do with that stuff. I completely agree with your statement, but a significant portion of supporters of this movement are driven by religious reasons. That's what I've seen in their marches. True. Thank you, John Spears. Love that, Maddie. Do you get attacked for this standpoint where you are? I think because I have such a level head and I communicate my thoughts in a very like reasonable way, I don't think I get much hate on it. Like I really haven't had any pushback. And I definitely advocate for my stance is that you have like the trinity of, you know, the parent, the child, and the healthcare providers. And I think that that is like a very private decision that needs to be made by those individuals. I don't think the government needs to be making those decisions. And I don't think, you know, we as people need to be like making decisions for others. Like they know their child knows themselves, and their healthcare provider knows how to extrapolate the information they need in order to help them transition. So I think like that is where we need to let that rest. I don't think that we need to be like broadcasting everything like 24/7 and like making it into a bigger issue than what it is. So thank you, Made by Marley. So sweet. I'm so happy you liked the podcast episode. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. We're 5 likes away from 100 likes. Smash that like button, you guys. You can be part of the first 100 people to like this live stream. Will you be a part of it or will you not? Decide now. The odds are ever in your favor. Do I think it's easy or accessible to get HRT? I don't really know at this point. I think I've been in the system for so long now that like I know the avenues that I go through to get them. So I don't have like an answer to that. And it depends where you are in the world and like, you know, how much money you have. Like for instance, in Canada, like we have universal health care, but if you don't have coverage, then you have to pay for all of your prescriptions out of pocket, which sucks. So I have to pay for all my estrogen. We just hit 100 likes, you guys. Everyone celebrate. Send me those celebration emotes. Celebration emotes. Do you feel like a big sister in the community on YouTube? I kind of do. I'm mother. I'm mother. Thank you for all of the super chats. And thank you for the celebrations. It's been so much fun. Thank you for joining me today. It always brightens my day coming on here. I'll probably be on Twitch later, so tune in for that. I also, I dual cast it here as well, so you can watch it in vertical or horizontal. And yeah, thank you guys for the engaging conversation. Thank you to everyone who super chatted, Primus, Ishian, Amelia. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And I'll see you guys for the next stream or the next video or the next pod. And you can always catch my content over on Instagram and TikTok as well. And I'll see you guys next time.